So Mike, you said you think you know what I'm talking about with this new trend that he definitely should not be doing with this kid.
Yeah, I think they're funny videos if it's what we're thinking of, if we're talking about the same thing.
Oh, see, I don't think these videos are funny. I am
Oh, we are talking
I
about the same thing, and I think it's hilarious.
I am not a fan of pranking your kids. I don't like it. B1 loves that idea. Like she used to like get off on in a store. She just did it the other day when she stopped by. The kids were upstairs and they didn't know she got here. And so when one of them started thumping down the stairs, she went and hid over here behind this monitor to try to jump out and scare the
Great
crap out of them.
move.
Didn't even work because she's done it so many goddamn times. She's
got to change up the hiding spot or something. I look forward to the times I can make him jump. The amount of times I walk into a room and that 7-year-old scares the shit out of me and I scream like a girl, I owe him.
We couldn't go to a grocery store or a Walmart, any kind of thing like that, without her trying to mess with the kids in some way. And it used to like, and I don't know what it is about it because I think it's just me. I'm not always been a huge fan of getting pranked. Like I'm not a big fan of locker room humor and hazing and all that kind of stuff. I never really liked that. I never got down with that when I was part of all of that. But you know, it was different on RMG. That was, for some reason, that was different. I don't know why, because it was like we were doing it for other people, if that makes sense. So it was,
you're doing it for like the content, the show, and
the haze,
always like this sense of like one-upping and.
Yeah, it was different. It wasn't like just trying to be a dick for the sake of being a dick for 4 other people in the locker room. You know what I mean? I that kind of shit. I just fucking hated that. But yeah, so there's the new trend that's going around where there are parents. It's the egg crack challenge, where so Mike, you knew exactly what I was talking about. I think this is stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What the hell?
Now it's funny when the girl said that.
That hurts. 2, 3. Hey.
Yeah, but that.
Very nice.
See, you could tell the ones that already know that it's
fake,
coming.
it's staged, yep.
Yeah, exactly. But the ones where the kids are genuinely like, it just, like that girl. That girl is like not even a little bit happy. And I don't know if you guys know this. Have you ever
just spit in the eggs?
Yeah, when her mouth, because when it cracked, it dripped right into her mouth. Do you know, have you ever had an egg thrown at you? Have you ever been hit by an egg or cracked an egg off your head?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good.
Oh.
It does not feel good. It kind of hurts. I think. At least it hurt me when I was doing it. Maybe I'm a big wuss. But I was
about to say, you're one of them kids in that video that would have started crying.
I would have. And you know why? It's for the exact reason that psychologists are saying that you shouldn't do something like this. Because what it does is that it causes your kid to not trust you. And that's what I feel like you get your kid all set up to do this really fun thing together. You're going to make cookies or something like that. You know, you're doing this bonding experience. Hey, let's record it too. Like imagine if I had done that video with Shay where we played Madden 23 the other day. And then just like right as I sat down and said, we're about to play it. Instead he gets a pie in the face and the video ends. And it's just me laughing at him. Imagine the difference.
That's not funny.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. But what's
the sheer look of surprise and like, huh?
It's the exact same thing though. He would be so surprised because he expected us to sit down and record this video together, and kids get into that. Like you saw how excited and how happy he was in that one moment where he's like, well, this is so cool. You know, he was really into that. Now, imagine if I took all of that away from him just to make a short 60-second viral video where I tricked him and just embarrassed him. Now, just think about the trust that would be broken there. So it's much more than just like a little joke in a store where you jerk, like turn around and make them jump.
To me, it's
a jump
the same
prank.
as high five, down low, too slow.
Okay, that is silly. That's fun and silly and harmless.
Got your nose. And run around the house. Get the hell out of here. Are you kidding me? I have a 6-year-old that cries and screams, oh my God, my nose.
I think that's that. Well, I would not do that to that kid then. I think that's.
Oh man, I put it in my pocket and give it back to him in the morning.
Can you smell now? Can you smell now? I just farted. Can you smell that? Here's your nose back, bitch.
That's exactly what I do.
No, I would. And Disaster said it would be hilarious if the kid in turn just turned around and slapped the shit out of their mom. I would think that was hilarious.
I'd laugh too. That's an absolute magical reaction.
And Becky agrees with me. It hurts when you get hit with an egg in the head. It definitely is not comfortable. There is what's his name here?
Kids are so durable. I've watched their heads bounce off of so many things. If a little egg is going to do it, then maybe you need to harden your kid up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're also just kind of sharp too. Like you could cut your kid's head doing that because those eggshells, those things are sharp. Like I remember when they were getting whipped. I ain't
never cut my fingers. I eat hard-boiled eggs every day, and I crack eggs, and I'm always playing with shells. I have never cut myself with an eggshell.
We've done bits on the old show where we'd throw eggs at each other. There was one in particular where Dieter took it really bad. This was years ago when there was a huge lottery thing. And they taped lottery tickets to him, and people were throwing eggs, and whatever egg hit the lottery ticket, whatever, that was the one the person got to take home. But he was covered in cuts from the eggs hitting him. Covered.
I'd imagine an egg being thrown at you at 15, 20 miles an hour is a little bit different than just cracking it on somebody's head. You know what I'm saying?
I guess. I still just don't think, I think it's less about the physical harm. That's just a little byproduct of it. It's the physical or the mental torment, I think, that you're putting your kid through just for the sake of some likes or just for the sake of being a part of
Dude, the
a
amount
viral
of pranks that used to happen to me as a kid. I remember my grandfather used to sneeze his teeth out and and his teeth actually came out and scared the shit out of me. He'd chase me around the house with his teeth.
Now, we do have a prank around my family and it's usually you try to catch somebody who's new to the family with it, where it's usually at a birthday party where somebody will say, and we're all so hip to it now, we know we're trying to get the new person. One of us will go, man, this cake smells weird. And we all know exactly what that means. So we're all like, are you serious?
Wait a minute. How would you be okay with this, but not...
We're doing it to adults.
I don't like hazing. I don't like bullying. I don't like jokes where people could get hurt.
Why do I feel this way? Because I was the first person they ever did it to. I was the guinea pig for this. So I have decided over time that it's okay because I got to be really good at it. And I actually got my son with it again the other night. We went out for ice cream. Wait a minute.
It's okay to do it to your kid. You're talking about you can't crack an egg off your kid's head. You're shoving your kid's head in cake.
Well, it was actually ice cream the other night. But it was a long walk to get him to do it. But I totally caught him off guard. It was great. I couldn't believe he actually fell for it because he knows it. He knows the game. He knows he's old enough in the family that it's been done to him. So he knows, he's part of it now. He's been, what's the word I'm looking for? He's not indoctrinated, but he's been christened into it. You know what I'm saying? He's baptized in cake smell, in icing. But so now I couldn't believe that he fell for it the other night. When I long walked him, I can't remember exactly how I did it because I let him smell it once without doing it. And then I just
lull into
I long walked it.
Security.
And then I was like, you know what? Are you sure that doesn't smell? I feel like I can smell it from all the way over here. And he put it up and I went boop and I just bumped it right on. So it's not like a big smash. It was just a little tiny boop. So he had on the tip of his nose.
He could have got an ice cream cake. He could have got an ice cream headache. Dude. He could have all kinds of brain freeze, fell off the table. You know what I'm saying? You put your kid in serious danger and you're worried about an egg.
All right, all right. I guess I'm a little bit of a hypocrite there. So, but yeah, I try not to. I really don't. Hello. Welcome to another Dumb Show. I'm another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me tonight on issue 91. Thank you for streaming on my tube. You know how much I love having you guys streaming on my tube. Thank you so much. I hope you guys had a wonderful day today. So far, I've had a great day. It's been interesting day. Nothing too eventful. Interesting day. Welcome. I want to give a little shout out to Brap. He was first in chat, like usual. Guys on his game, back at it, being first in chat, usually. Now, I do see someone came into the chat hot tonight. I looked over. I'm just peeping in the chat. I'm doing my thing. I'm getting a little lavender in before the show starts, and I look down in the chat and I see people busting. Curious George first off says, how do I unblock somebody? And I'm like, that's weird. Why would Curious George want to unblock somebody? And so I said to myself, what could be going on why would he want to unblock somebody that he already blocked? What could be the reason? And I couldn't figure it out. And then I see people saying that George had made his way through the phone screening on the morning show on Rover's Morning Glory this morning, and he got on the air. And I remember a while back, somebody had said that Rover was no longer taking George's calls. So I found it very funny that I laughed out loud. I said, oh, George must be feeling good. He must want some vindication. Sure enough, this guy, George, goes, someone in here mentioned a week ago that Rover stopped taking my calls. Wonder how he picked up my call today if I was banned. Glory! So I wanted to give George a little bit of love. Good for you, George. Getting back to your old ways, glorying. And Disaster called it CG flexing, that's for sure. George came in hot today. And now he's retracting stuff. So I don't know if he came in too hot, can't handle it. If he bit off more than he could chew, but I love when Curious George comes in and starts laying down the heat. Just like when I like my main man coming in and laying down the heat. Mikey, what's up? Welcome to another Dumb Show, as usual. How are you, my friend?
What's up, brother? How you doing today?
Ooh, it's so quiet. It's so quiet.
My Amazon package was supposed to show up today, but it's still not here.
Now it's catching back. It's so weird. Your thing must have some sort of noise reduction on it, to where like stuff that's far away from the mic is quiet, and then when you put it close and you start talking, it stops filtering you out and gives you volume. I think is what's happening there.
And then you get a bunch of background later in the show because my doors are open. You can hear the crickets. You can hear somebody crumpling a piece of paper 46 feet away.
The crickets the other night were not you. They were mine. I had crickets outside my window. Once the show ended, I kept hearing it. I'm like, what the hell is that? I thought that was at Mikey's house. No, there was one outside my window going ham the other night.
Oh,
so,
all right. So
yeah,
it wasn't me. Okay, good.
It was not you. No, don't
I
feel
just
bad.
realized my windows and doors are open again right before the show started, and I was like, son of a bitch.
Yeah, if it gets bad, I'll holler at you and let you know if it gets too bad. But yeah, in fact, if you guys are annoyed with Mikey's sound, you can always call 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. The phones are working. I actually put myself on hold, so I know that they're working right now. So if you guys want to give us a call into the show, Open Lines America, we're happy to take your calls. I do have a couple. Oh, by the way, we are officially on, where'd it go? We're officially on arraignment watch right now. I got a bunch of different, I found this dude that's got this feed. Let's see, where's my little thing here? So I got like 4 different cameras up, checking out where he's supposed to be coming in at. So it looks like the Trump plane just landed. If you look down there in the left, or there you go, there it is, upper right. His plane has landed. He's now, looks like he's getting, I don't know if that's him walking there. I can't tell what I'm looking at, but he's in Atlanta. Trump's in Atlanta as of right now. He's going to be making his way to the Fulton County Jail to be arraigned. And then where the most famous picture in history might happen. So I'm officially on Mugshot watch as of right now.
I'm ready to order my shirt. Wear it proudly
with
this
a big,
like an album drop. Oh yeah,
big my above it and president below it.
Don't even need it. The picture says 1,000 words. That's all I need. I don't need to do nothing else. Just give me the picture on a shirt.
Just the fact that you're rocking it. There you go. So we're officially on watch for that. We'll see what happens. I'll keep peeking in and seeing where they're at, where if he's made it to the jail. I think that's supposed to be happening around 7:30, so it's in about 15 minutes. We should be seeing the former president be arrested for the 4th time.
Did you see Giuliani's?
I did. They're all so mad. They're all so mad in all these pictures. Mark Meadows is, I think, the best. He is so pissed off. Whoops. Oh, where is it? Here's Rudy Giuliani's mugshot. No hair dye in this time, dripping down the side of his face. So that's a good. That's
for sure.
That's a step forward for him. That was God, what a hilarious picture that was. But yeah, so yeah, Mark Meadows, his was pretty good too. He was really salty in his. That's another one of Trump's dudes. Mark Meadows, mugshot. Yeah. Oh yeah, look how mad he is in this picture. He's so pissed. Look at that. He's just he's so disgusted with the whole thing. He's just over it and mad. What have I gotten myself into?
He's got them alcoholic bags under his eyes and that rosacea on the nose working pretty hard.
Yeah, Mark Meadows. That's probably an Irish name if I had to guess. So maybe he's got the Irish weakness there, perhaps. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for that. We'll see what happens with all of that. I did get a couple emails in today. I got one. Oh shoot, hold on, I opened the wrong one. Pardon me, guys. Give me a sec. This one's from Vanilla Charlie, who I don't see in the chat, and I can probably tell you why based on this email. It says, "Yo, Dumb, the other day you started the show off by wearing a mask and said COVID is back. I agreed with Mikey and thought, it's not going to go away. Get used to it. Well, karma might be out to get me because I just found out my dad tested positive for it, and my entire family was around him 2 days ago. It's not me or my wife who I'm worried about catching it, but it's my 3-year-old son. I hate seeing him sick. Hopefully, Vanilla Jr. won't catch anything. Your pal, Vanilla Charlie." So, yeah, it's going around again, guys. I told you. There was a time point.
His dad's got a cold.
All right, let's hope it's just a cold and it does. Hopefully he's got the booster and he's not going to get as sick as he could if he didn't get the booster. That's what they say, Mikey. You got to get that boosty boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to get the first one before you even get a booster, though.
Yeah, the only thing I'm shooting myself up with is testosterone.
Yeah, you back on it officially?
Yeah.
Nice. That's I was going to ask when you said you got some action the other night. I was wondering if does it work when you're on the test or not work when you're on the test?
When my testosterone numbers are low and I'm not taking testosterone, the libido kind of goes away with it. But as soon as 8 hours after I take the shot, I can feel it.
It's back to Pound Town. You're ready to go. The loins are burning all over again.
Virile young man.
Good for you. I got another email here. This one's from Angelina. Angelina just sent me a screenshot of a news story that says Britney Spears is being criticized by PETA for buying a new puppy instead of adopting one from a shelter. And
oh my God.
Yeah, that's
Where's Pete Davidson when you need him to call PETA again?
I forgot all about that. Well, Pete Davidson, remember, he had an excuse though. He has to have a super hypoallergenic dog, apparently. So I think that's why he flipped out. Remember, I think it was his mom or something like that. But so yeah, he ended up calling PETA and giving them a piece of his mind. And who knows? Britney Spears is so damn nuts. Who knows what she might end up doing? But there is video of her with this dog. So I pulled this real quick. Here's her and her Brittany and her new dog. There is no audio to it, but it's a cute little. I don't even know what it is. I think she called it Snowball or something like that. I don't even know. But yeah, there's her dog. Very cute, little toy dog. There's her trying to do some thirst traps, showing off her legs. But yes, she got this new dog, and Peter's upset about it. And I just actually kind of sort of didn't have this exact same situation happen, but I did kind of have to have a talk with my mom about where she was getting a dog from, because she was, first off, I'm not real thrilled that she's getting a dog, but who am I to judge? I can't tell her how to live her life. She's a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants with her animal situation. I think she should probably work on taking care of her own yit versus grabbing a new animal at this point. But hey, whatever. I just said, Mom, whatever makes you happy, because I'm tired of trying to tell her.
Why not? Like, a cat seems to be a little bit more independent and less.
I said,
you know what I'm saying?
I said the same thing to her about why not go with the cat, and she said to me that she considered a cat for a while. But then she got to a point where she just missed that companionship that a dog offers, where they just kind of, she's looking for that, cats have an attitude. The cats, so there's Brittany's new dog. Cats, they are, they pick and choose when they want to be lovey-dovey. You know what I mean? They're not always.
They have so many programs around here for like older cats for older people.
Yeah.
And give them away for free and stuff like that. And these are cats that are like known to be loving, and
it's not that. She just she wants that that feeling where they run up and they're they run to the door and they're panting and they're rolling. And I think she wants to snuggle it and instead of have it sit on her lap and all that stuff. And I think she just got used to having it because she had a little dachshund was what her dog was before. So she had a little.
So she was a dog person before.
Yeah, she's had a little dog. Remember, we just had to put her dog down a little. Remember, I took her, that dog I couldn't stand, but I ended up going with her and helping her put him down and everything. So, yeah, that's, but the reason I bring her up was she was going to go buy a dog from this like chain pet store. Man. And B1 has had experience dealing with this pet store at one of the vet offices she worked at, and these people don't take care of the animals properly. Most of the animals almost all of them are sick. So yeah, I mean it's a land where you can find pets. You know what I'm saying? I've told her to avoid that place. First off, A, because of everything B1 told me about that place, and then B, that stuff with the just like not getting a dog from a store, going to get a rescue. I said there's got to be a tiny dog in one of these rescues, and I'm on the phone with her, and I literally just went, I pulled up the local rescue, and I started going through them, and I found like 3 or 4 little ones that would be perfect for her. I said, Mom, you just got to look. I go, don't just settle because the pet land is right around the corner, and you can just go get it from there or whatever. So maybe have a little bit better. I don't care. They're not a fucking sponsor. What do I give a shit? It's not like I'm on the radio and I got to worry about that crap. Who cares? No. But I don't know. I guess there are ad stuff. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, bottom line is that B1 had bad experiences with them and has warned me to. Everybody she knows, she's warned to stay away from them. So I just kind of passed along that information to my mom, and she hasn't since gone to pick out the dog yet. So I think we're still waiting to find out where she's gonna, if she's actually gonna go through with it at this point. So, but that's it. So I'm hoping. Here's what PETA said, by the way. When influential people about Britney Spears buying this dog, PETA says, Quote, when influential people buy puppies, puppy mills cheer, and animal shelters watch the homeless animal crisis get even worse. With this one cutesy post, Britney Spears has sentenced countless deserving dogs in shelters to more days without love, a comfy bed to curl up on, or a chance at real life. She could have been a force for good and adopted, but instead she chose to be toxic. Nice. And animals will pay with their lives. So yeah, there she goes. Obviously, they were referencing her song "Toxic" with their little jab at her there. So you disagree with Peter? They can go fuck themselves. If she wants to buy a designer dog. I kind of am a little bit with them. To be honest with you, I think it's better to go. There's so many dogs and rescues at this
Whitney
point.
Cummings saves enough dogs for all the celebrities. Don't worry about that shit.
No, I mean, I really do think that it's important. There are so many dogs. I mean, I went to this site, and I get it. I'll be honest with you. You go to any of these sites, especially anywhere near a big city, like the site I was looking at was for Cuyahoga County here, which is where Cleveland is.
Yeah,
but
ours
wasn't
is
even
shut down right now. They're not accepting any more strays, any more anything, because they're completely maxed beyond capacity.
Well, I would say about, because it's close to the city, I would say out of, I don't know, there are probably 25 dogs in there. 20 of them were pit bulls. Pit mixes, exactly. So I think that's why a lot of them are sitting there, obviously, because a lot of people are either A, are not allowed to have them, or B, are just apprehensive about having one. And I'm not trying to get into a pit bull fucking debate.
No, please, let's never
There's
get into
nothing
a
I
pit bull
hate
debate.
more than a pit bull debate. I fucking hate it. So I'm not even trying to do that. But so yeah, that's what's going on with Britney Spears, and I'm kind of with Pete on this one. So Mikey, I'm going to say you are wrong. Hi, Curious George. You're on another Dumb Show.
Hi, how you doing, Dumb and Mike?
Well, I am good.
What's up, buddy?
That's good. I actually have a question.
Yes, please go right ahead.
Okay, so I was actually kind of curious, and this is for both you, Dumb, and Mikey. So when you guys are intimate with your current girlfriend, Mikey, and your ex, Dumb, I know, Dumb, you have two boys that stay with you, every other week or whatever it is. And I know your girlfriend, Mikey, has a little boy or something like that. Have they ever caught you guys in the act, and like, what do you do about it?
Mikey, you can go first.
Yeah, I think maybe one time, but it wasn't. We were covered up with a sheet, so I don't think there was much going on. I was kind of like laying behind her. I think he walked in, but it was kind of just close the door on your way out, buddy.
Just like if you were, oh yeah, we're just all right, yeah, dude, we're just laying here, and you know,
Yep.
and what do you need?
There wasn't
Go
a lot.
back.
There wasn't a lot of movement going on, if you catch my drift.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you're kind of a dead fish, is what you're saying.
No, in that one situation at that one time, given the circumstances and the parameters where I was laying, it's not a very motion.
It's not a
thing.
It's not a thrusty spot. Okay, I understand. All right.
No. Sometimes there's the low and slow. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, I got it. Yeah, I got you. I get the motion in the ocean part of it. Now, George, my answer to this is no. I hate to say, nothing really, never caught. A lot of the boys, they're just loud. And my house is so small, so you hear everything. And we were pretty good about being quiet. We just turned the TV up really loud, obviously, in our case. And then,
see, that would make me nervous, turning the TV up real loud because then you can't hear them rustling around and moving and coming down the stairs.
Yeah, you're right. It is a double-edged sword, but if you know they're occupied, and we honestly, like, they'll close the door they would close the door to their bedroom, so we would hear their door open before ours. So yeah, we were pretty quiet about it. She honestly wasn't like she wasn't really into doing it while they were around. But we would, every once in a while we'd knock one out, a quickie in the morning while they're in bed. Stuff like that, while we know they're not up and around or anything like that. No, George, unfortunately, nothing good. Nothing good on that one. How about you? Did you ever get caught? Any of your girls have kids? Anything like that?
No, I've never been caught by any other person and stuff like that, because for me it's like I'd rather not have anybody at home, because I just couldn't, like if it's sisters or anybody visiting or whatever and stuff. It just, I don't know. I should be entertaining them and hanging out instead of sneaking off and having sex or whatever with any of my exes in the past. So now I've pretty much, when I had to do it in private, but it's been a while. So
does that mean when do you take care of business on your own when if there's somebody else in the house, will you not do it then? Because I mean, I'll do it wherever.
No, if there's somebody else in the house, it'd be one of my exes, and they're right next to me in bed. So it might as well, instead of rubbing it out, just go,
Have you ever
go and start with them?
That's a good question.
Have you ever rubbed one out with your girl next to you when you were dating them?
Oh, that's a great question. I would play around just to have it get hard so that I can start. So I don't know if that counts, but for me, just to go to town while she's hanging out, no, that never happened.
Oh, I used to do that all the time. I used to do it all.
One time I've done it. If she wasn't in the mood or something like that, and I would go to make those moves, and she's like, not tonight. I'm like, all right, I'm about to take care of business then.
Many, many, many times. That I tell you, because I'm a once a day kind of guy, and if we get to the end of the day and she's not in the mood, and I would just be like, all right, well, you go. Once I would notice that, because she would fall asleep every time before me, so I'd whip my fucking phone out, just turn the volume down, and just watch my shit and go to town right there.
Did she woke up? You were doing it though?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
There were a couple times she woke up and then she would, kind of roll over, and she never ever gave a shit. She was just happy I wasn't trying to put it in her. That's all she was just like, he's just letting me sleep. That's all I care about.
It had the reverse effect when I did it. I did it, finished up my business and everything like that, and then she was like, well, now I'm kinda, and I was like, I don't know what you want. I'm done for the night. So
oh, see, I think one time, if I remember, I believe one time she rolled over and was like, why don't I help you with that? Which is literally, obviously, the goal. Every time you're praying that's going to happen. And the one time it did, it was the greatest thing that ever happened. That was fucking awesome. That was super hot. So, yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit. So, there you go, George. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. So, Mikey, you're now kind of a public figure now that you're on Dumb Show, and you're going to be well known from his fans and maybe people. Well, you're not in Cleveland, so I guess you won't be well known in Cleveland itself, but you'll be kind of well known as a public figure. Is that the reason why you have never shown your girlfriend on the air, just to kind of say hi, Dumb, how are you, or hey guys out there, and
she's
then
been
just
yeah, I
she
think
has.
she popped on one time for a second.
When Oliver was here, because Oliver was hanging out in the stairwell, remember?
Yeah, I think just for a second she popped on one time, and then the other night she was on when she was snoring.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Face was kind of hidden under the pillow, but yeah, I gotta actually. So she doesn't know that.
No, I'm actually that was a different girl. I'm being unfaithful.
I'd
much rather her think that was somebody else than know that was her.
So she still has no knowledge of this incident. All right, you could be in some trouble, my man.
Oh, dude, you have no idea the wrath.
I just missed it. He just pulled in. He literally just pulled in. The gates are closing. I missed it by 1 second.
Oh, you can see it in the top right.
Yeah, top right, though. They got the overhead view. So he just arrived now. What you guys are watching, this is former President Trump arriving at the Fulton County Jail to surrender.
President Trump. You don't have to say former president. He's just
I'm just reading from what Fox News is writing, man. That's the news saying that, man. I'm just following
Farmer Trump. You didn't know that? He's a farmer now, bro. That's not former. Get out of here. Open to interpretation. Get the hell out of here with that.
All right. Flamer President Trump.
Blasphemy. How dare you?
Oh, George, you're still here. I'm sorry, dude. I had to get over to the Trump thing real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you is, can he run again, Dumb, as president if he's being arrested, or is that the second he gets his mugshot, he's done?
No, he's still running. I believe he could still run once he's even put into jail. I still think. I believe unless it's a felony maybe or something. I don't know exactly the rules on that, George, but people are saying that no matter what, they're still going to support him. Even last night in the Republican debate, that's what they were saying. I think 6 out of 8 of them said they'd still support him, even if he went to prison.
Which way do you roll, Dumb? Are you for Trump or against?
I don't like Trump. I was raised in a family where you support POWs and MIAs because my dad's best friend was a POW, and it was a very influential thing on my dad. It was a very huge part of his life and affected him greatly. And when Trump made fun of John McCain, kind of lost all respect for him. Yeah, so that kind of killed him for me. So I can't really get past that. I think it's just because of my upbringing. I don't know what, no matter, unless he did some sort of heartfelt apology about that. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of him all around, to tell you the truth. But that was the final straw. Because I just think he's kind of full of bluster. And now, again, part of the upbringing with me, too, was the very first thing I learned about Donald Trump was I remember I watched, I think it was like on Inside Edition or something like that. And they showed his gold-plated house and everything and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, wow. I remember saying to my dad, I go, Dad, I want to be just like Donald Trump. And my dad looked at me and he was like, Donald Trump is fake rich and he's a crook. And now Donald Trump is my dad's hero. So it just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. And
everyone hated the millionaires and stuff back in the 80s and 90s. But you wouldn't be a Trump guy regardless. You don't have conservative leaning views.
Not really. No, I really don't. I lean I'm down the middle, leaning left for the most part. So I would say, but I mean, Trump's.
Yeah, you're the leaning tower of Pisa.
Yeah, Trump is. Yeah, I don't care for him personally. I don't really like him. I think he's full of bluster. I think he's a liar. I'm not a big fan of liars.
Which one isn't?
No, they all. I'm not insinuating that they all are. I just feel like he's brazen about it, and people even know it, and for whatever reason, people still go with it. I don't understand it. I don't. Yeah, there's just something about him I don't like. So yeah, there you go, George. There's my politics thing. So, but yeah, so he is going to run from jail. I think that even if he does get indicted, so we could see a president in jail at this point. I don't know, which would literally be idiocracy at that point. So, George, anything else for us tonight?
Well, I did have one more question, and then I can hang up and stuff. So, Mikey, what is the worst argument you and your girlfriend ever had? I mean, yelling at the top of your lungs and name calling or anything. What's the worst one?
Oh man, that's the thing. She was with me before I quit drinking, and she was with me for the rock bottom of my drinking. So there was my last real drink was a doozy. And that's when I was in the middle of the blackout and a bunch of them repressed memories from when I was a kid popped up. And it's the first time I had ever had them pop up. And I just went on a warpath. I think I threw a bunch of her stuff, broke a closet door in my place. I ripped the bathroom door off the hinges. I ripped the screen door off the balcony and threw everything out in the middle of the parking lot. Chased her naked down the street.
She was naked or you were naked?
She was driving away. I ran out of the apartment naked.
Ay. That's crazy, dude. What ended up, and thankfully she got away while you were you weren't like going after her or whatever. You were just being a maniac.
No, I was just don't leave type of deal. I don't even know. It might have just been trying to scare her away and posturing, to be honest with you. I don't know. All I know is I walked back to my apartment like Conor McGregor with the smallest dick in the world. Just, it didn't even swing. It was so small.
You just
he just kind of sit there.
Yeah, it was. Well, it was a little dick move anyway.
Looked like a little
right?
acorn, bro. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, dude. The whole thing was bad. But that's dude. That led to my last psych ward experience too.
I would hope so. It seems like it
Yeah,
helped
that's the
out and
night
worked though. Something got well, because then you had that breakthrough. You know, those memories finally popped their way through, and you were
Yep.
able to figure out what those demons were that were making you
Dude,
self-destruct
that's the night
subconsciously. And
Yeah, that's the night that I ended up barricading myself in the apartment after that. And that's when 2 lady cops showed up with my father.
yeah, I
And my
remember.
father was trying to get me out of there. And then I unlocked it. I kept telling him, if I open the door, I'm going to beat you up, dude.
And then you fought your
And-
own dad. That's the rock bottom.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, actually fighting your own pops.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, dude. He begged the cops to not open the door because it was 2 females. And I'd have ragdolled them.
well, unless they shot you.
They wouldn't have gotten their gun out. They would have panicked. You seen that girl that got knocked over last week, dude? They panic and fall downstairs and shit.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of female cops who've put holes in plenty of bad guys out there for sure. So anyway,
I mean, anything could have happened, but yeah, that was probably the biggest knockdown fight that I had.
I hate that story. I
Definitely one of my rock bottoms.
I hate that story. I know how close you are to your dad, so every time I hear that story, it always makes me so upset for you because I know that that's got to be probably one of your biggest regrets in the whole world. Is doing.
Yeah,
having
dude,
that
I hate
happen.
everything about that day. I almost lost the girl of my dreams. I almost lost everything that day. I really did. And if the cops wouldn't have showed up, I don't know if I would have taken my life, but there was a good chance if I would have left to my own thoughts and the rest of the liquor in that house that something bad would have happened.
Yeah, nothing good was coming out of that at all for sure. Oh man. So,
No, that dude, I was a nut job in the psych ward too. I was going nuts. They had to put me in one of them rooms.
How did they get you to finally calm down?
Oh, after I tried to fight my dad and everything like that, they ended up getting me subdued and at least get some clothes on and stuff. And then they were like, we're going to bring you to the hospital. I don't know why they brought me to the hospital. I didn't make any threats on myself, but I think I was a danger to myself because of how much I had drank. So
Yeah.
they just wanted me to go there to sober up. But they didn't do much for me there. I told the doctor there that I dealt with some repressed memories and everything like that. And I remember them letting me out at like 4 a.m. and there was no way I was sober because I berated my mother when she picked me up. I was still in the middle of it.
Yeah. Eesh. Nah, that sucks. Well, better days are here now, my friend. You're gonna be
Sober now, baby.
sober, stepdad, all duties and all that good stuff. So, so there you go, my friend. I'm glad to hear it. George, good job bringing up a horrible memory. Way to go, George.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry
Now I'm
about
gonna
that,
go
Mike.
back drinking tonight. What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. No, George, I always appreciate your calls. You know the drill, man.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for calling. Have a good one.
Take it easy, buddy.
I always appreciate George's calls. I don't know why you guys hate him so much. He's so fun to me. I truly do not understand why people have such a problem with him. I will
He has
never.
good
ever-
questions.
Sometimes
I mean, they're a little creepy sometimes, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
but
That's
and
his
he's
lane.
whatever. And why knock somebody for genuine curiosity? I mean, he's curious. He wants to know these things. He wants to go back and spank off afterwards. I don't care. Whatever makes him work. So, Area Suite, the thumbnail. I apologize. The thumbnail's not updated. I had not had it. I didn't realize. I thought I'd gone up to 100 with my thumbnails because I pre-do those like a whole bunch of them out ahead of time. And I apparently only went up to 90. So I don't have one for tonight's. So after the show, I got to put together a bunch of new thumbnails because I thought I still had one available and it's not created yet. So, Mikey, do you remember last night we talked about Ryan Grant from ESPN talking crap about Tua Tagovailoa?
Ryan Clark.
Ryan Clark, what'd I say?
Ryan Grant. You were calling him Ryan Grant last night, too. Who's Ryan Grant?
I don't know. Was I calling him Ryan Grant, not Ryan Clark?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
What an idiot. I don't know why I was doing that. Well, what a dipshit. I wish you would have corrected me. Anyway, Ryan Clark from ESPN. I don't know who Ryan Grant is. No idea. Anyway, so here's the video that we played last night, and then I'll tell you what, there's an update to the story. Why is there no audio? Press the wrong button, that's why. Why do I keep doing? I got to get rid of that damn button.
5 for 7, 61 yards, and an interception. So a rocky start to
And this is Ryan Clark talking about Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins.
the game for Tua right there. Our
Tua
team.
went and got them tats.
Yeah, he did.
Tua said,
Full
okay,
sleeve.
Y'all
Full sleeve.
think I bet because I've been hurt, I ain't tough.
I'm gonna tell you what he
get tatted.
wasn't doing.
Yep.
He wasn't in the gym.
What?
I bet you that.
Come on,
He might have-
with me
He might have spent a lot of time at the tattoo parlor. He was not at the dinner table eating what the nutritionist had advised.
Oh my God.
He looks happy.
Tua
Okay.
thick.
He is thick.
He thick.
Little
Yeah,
thick.
he's built like a girl work at Onyx in Atlanta right now on the bottom.
Come on now.
Get to the show. I'm
Am I
sorry.
allowed to ask
So
you?
there you go. So last night
I love everything about that. I really do.
It was funny. It was funny, and Tua Tagovailoa came out afterwards and tried to
Did a lot of this.
tried to snap back. Yeah, he tried to talk a little bit of crap back, and really was actually very bad at it. But I asked you, Mikey, last night, do you think that he will get into some sort of trouble with ESPN or anything like that? And you said, nah, they're just football players. They're allowed to do whatever they want and say whatever they want. They're not analysts. Well, Mikey, here's video that
There's the apology.
Ryan Clark released this morning on Twitter.
Yesterday, Tua Tagovailoa had to answer questions about something I said on Monday, something that I truly just felt like was a joke to me. That I've realized as the week has gone on, if this man has to answer questions about it, if so many Miami Dolphins fans are offended by it, then people ain't taking it as a joke. So let me be very clear. If I've offended you, Tua, if I've hurt you, if I've disrespected you, if anybody that supports and loves you feels some sort of way because of what I said, I truly apologize. I had two priorities when I started this job. Number one, respect the players and the executives and the coaches that make this game run. Number two, it was earn the respect of those very same people, and more importantly, keep it. Anything contrary to that, then I gotta check myself. Now, don't get me wrong, my ego was involved. When Tua was asked about how he felt about these comments, and he said, keep my name out your mouth, yeah, my first thought is, or what? Or he says he's scrappy, I think to myself, man, I fed my family on violence. I ain't tripping on that. But that's the pride that doesn't enable me to see what this dude's going through. The constant criticism, the constant scrutiny,
Same an apology video.
feeling the stress of always having to prove yourself just to show people you can be available. And then you work throughout the entire offseason, which I talked to his trainer and said that man was in there 3 times a day to build himself up to be healthy. And you got to hear a comment like this. So I get it. I get it because I do want to respect Tua Tagovailoa. I get it because I want his respect too. So to the Miami Dolphins, to head coach Mike McDaniel, who I have a ton of respect for, but most of all, to Tua Tagovailoa and his family, I deeply apologize. I've reached out. I hope to talk to you soon, brother. But just know, I wasn't questioning the way you work. I wasn't questioning how much it mattered to you. It was what I can consider now a bad joke. But for me, it's been a lesson. I'll be better. Thank you.
So your old pal Dumb called it again, Mikey. We got a fat shamer out there. You can't be out of your fat shaming these days. Can't do it.
Dude, I don't even think that was a real apology video. I think he took more shots at him in that video than he did before.
Oh, you think so? You think that was kind of a veiled thing, saying I would whoop your ass? Basically, that was I'll beat the crap out of you video.
Let you know what the ego still says. The ego's still there. He had a couple of that, and then he goes, if this is gonna affect you that much, or I did apologize for how much this affects you and where you're at, like assuming that he's struggling with his weight and that's a problem. Like there was a lot of little subtle little jabs in there.
Okay. Well, but do you think? Well, what makes him look like a bigger punk though? The fact that he's apologizing at all, or do you think people are doing the same thing?
Didn't say that he was apologetic at all.
Oh, okay.
That was
So
just more of a poignant. You
This
got to
is
make an apology video for
my
ESPN.
my boss yelled at me and they said, by the way, Lizzo just got canceled from the Super Bowl for fat shaming, so you can't be out here fat shaming people and comparing dudes to strippers. Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to not go as well as yeah, I didn't think that was going to go over. Like, you were like, no big deal, they're football players. And I was like, nah, I don't think so. I think that's going to be a little bit of a problem. So, so we'll see what happens.
You are right again, sir.
Thank you. I'll take it. I'm usually not right about much, but so when I am right about it, something, I'll take it.
I'll give you one.
Thank you. Thank you. Neighbor Dave, I did notice that there's a couple people in here mentioning, there's a wrestler, Bray Wyatt, that has died. I don't know
What?
Bray Wyatt.
No way.
Yeah, I don't know Bray Wyatt. I'm not a big enough wrestler, but yes, he is.
He was like the dude that was gonna end up taking over for the Undertaker, for real.
Oh, geez,
Like, being
36
that
years
type of
old.
character. Yeah, he's young, dude. Holy shit.
Oh wow, that's a sad story. So Triple H announced it today on social media. Just received a call from WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, who informed us of the tragic news that our WWE family member for life, Wyndham Rotunda, also known as Bray Wyatt, unexpectedly passed earlier today. And he put that out on X, formerly known. By the way, I am so over the news saying that something got posted on X, formerly known as Twitter. We know that now. It's been 3 months.
Yeah.
Just say, post it on X. Just say it at this point. It's driving me crazy. So yeah, sadly, I'm not a wrestling fan. I haven't been I'm not anti wrestling by any means. I think it's entertaining. I'm just not really into it anymore.
Their life expectancy is like 50 years old.
Here is a picture. So this is him. This is Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so he doesn't look very Undertaker-y right in that picture.
Now look up Bray Wyatt the Fiend.
Bray Wyatt the Fiend. Wyatt the Fiend. Oh, okay, there you go. Images. Oh, okay. What is that?
Yeah, dude, this dude used to come out with his like sister Abigail and was very like haunted and
Ooh,
had like a cult like following. Like one of the guys that was with him was a local wrestler from Rochester. He died as well. His name was Luke Harper. That's one of the group of three that was with them.
Is that a mask he has on? What is that? Yeah, that's pretty. Oh, I see his teeth underneath now. Okay. Oh, wow, that's pretty neat. It looks like when those girls do those fake makeup things where they like, you know what I'm talking about, with the girls.
But this dude was built like a brick shithouse. For being like a heavyset guy, he was super athletic and threw his body around all over the place.
Yeah, like Mankind,
really
even
sad.
though he
It's
was a
really
big fat dude, he
yeah.
could still throw himself all over. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. That's a real sad story. I was still watching wrestling when he was big.
Is he not as big of a character anymore, or
He's kind of taking a step away. He went through a pretty nasty divorce, and I know he was going through some personal problems and stuff. Like they were trying to get him back into the fold. I haven't watched wrestling in like a year and a half. It got really lame for me, and the storyline started to absolutely suck. The more like family friendly they got, and got away from the Attitude Era. So it's.
I heard they were going to make WWE Raw more sexy. That was the plan.
They have, and from some of the stuff that I've seen, it's so hard for me to. I've got so many things that I watch now and podcasts have kind of consumed so much of my life that I don't even really enjoy watching TV shows or movies anymore.
Yeah, it's funny.
Like,
I actually watched I watched Tucker Carlson and Trump. I watched a little bit of their interview last night, and I actually watched Tucker Carlson trying to poo-poo TV and Trump poo-pooing TV, basically saying that this is the new, their platform is the new way for people to watch TV, essentially. And I think 200 million people watched that. So I think if that's according to Trump, 200 million people watched it. But they also reported his weight as 215 pounds, I saw CYX said. So I think there's a little bit of fibbing going on when it comes to some of the numbers there, because I don't think Trump has seen 215 pounds since he was in 8th grade.
I think,
and I can only say that
15 when he was in Home Alone.
There you go. No way. That's what I'm saying. He was probably less than that. He weighed that much in high school. He's a big dude. Just height wise too, isn't he like 6'5", 6'6"? Isn't he a real big guy? Trump like that? Isn't he a big
like 6'1", 6'2"?
Oh, I actually don't know.
Who
For
knows?
some reason.
You can't put that in. It's gonna list him as like the way a football player be listed. 6'7", 340-pound former President Trump.
It says
I just called him former president too.
There you go. 6'3", according to the Gogol, as Pinky Don would say. Also, real quick, I want to give a quick shout out in the chat. Scott78 was kind enough to gift out 5 Another Dumb Show memberships. Black Magic, Matthew, Ali Rose, Sexy Mexi Melt, and Angie Horvath. Welcome. You guys are now all official members of the League of Dummies, thanks to Scott78. And of course, those of you who aren't already members and you'd like to become an official member of the League of Dummies, it's very simple. All you have to do is hit that join button right below the video. Oh, looks like he's leaving right now. Here he goes. There goes the motorcade. Trump is now just been arrested. There's apparently is that Don Jr. recording on the way out. I don't know what that was, but there they go. I don't know which one of those is him, but former President Trump is in one of those vehicles, making his way. That's a lot of cars there, man. They did it on purpose, so if something goes bad, they can all scatter and they don't know which one's which, and they all make them look the same like that on purpose.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still Secret Service that's moving them around.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny you brought that up. There is a story that I just saw today. You mentioned the other day that you're still on the RFK Jr. train, and I just found a news story today about him. It turns out, did you know that he tried to get Secret Service and security from the Secret Service? Yeah, did you know that? And they denied him?
No.
Yeah, they tried. And also I found out something about him that I didn't realize today too. Did you know he's married to the girl from Larry David's wife on Curb Your Enthusiasm, Cheryl Hines?
No shit.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Kind of like him even more now.
So yeah, there you go. Here's a picture of the two of them together. Yeah, so she's really funny too.
Up with his face, dude. His face looks crooked as shit.
Oh God, you're right. I never noticed that before. Holy crap! Jeez Louise.
Dude, I thought the picture was like stuck buffering or something. I was like, what the fuck?
I got to see if that's what his face all looks like. If that's like a weird.
Hey, you guys.
What in the world? That's got to be something off. No, no, it looks like it really. That might just be a really bad angle. Oh no, here's another picture. I'm fine. Here's another one. It's not as bad in this one, but same idea. I mean, it's definitely
it's crooked as shit.
His left eye is definitely way lower than his right eye. That's incredible. It reminds me of somebody else I know. Just do a side by side with that. Oh, I love you, bro. It's not often I get to get one in, so I'll take it when I can get one in. It's like I said, not often that I get one. So he and I bring it up too, like because you mentioned the Secret Service and the security. RFK Jr.'s wife was just interviewed by TMZ. They caught her walking through an airport, saying that she was imploring President Biden to make an exception and grant him Secret Service protection right away. And I actually kind of have to say, and she had brought, and I can't play the video because it's in an airport and there's a song playing in the background, so I obviously I can't play it because of the copyright stuff. But I think actually, she says great measures are being taken to protect him, but they really want Secret Service protection. I got to be honest with you. Just based on who he is with his family and his family name and everything, I feel like there's kooks out there that would just wipe him out just because of what his name is. So I don't think that's a bad idea at all. And
Well,
by the way,
why in God's name her family would trust their Secret Service anyways?
well, did you know that he's running as a
Killed
Democrat?
his dad anyways.
So you'd have to vote for a
Yeah,
Democrat?
that would be his. I would have to, yes.
Yeah, just because of the boomers?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Because of the boomers?
Yeah.
What do you mean? When another Democrat you voted for because they're...
It wouldn't be the first time I voted Democrat.
Oh, okay. I'm not... Okay, I see what you're saying. So did Trump convert you?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
No, but just that election in general did. I kind of lost the pipe dream on the whole liberal leaning this dream fantasy land that they come up with. You kind of believe that because that's what you're indoctrinated to believe, and they teach you and shove that down your throat when you're a kid in school. And then you kind of grow up and see what the real world's like, and
you start listening to
Make my
Oliver
own mistakes
Anthony,
like an adult.
and you know what the world's all about. You know what I'm saying? No welfare,
kidding, brother.
no fudge rounds for the welfare. So, let's see. CYX is still making fun. And Trump said he's the bestest, most healthiest president ever. Ask anyone; they'll tell you he's got a body like Rambo.
Yeah.
That's very funny. All right. All right. Secret ADS mod is trying to move your med time up to 8:01. She's trying to do a pre-break med check on you, Mikey. So
I ain't taking my meds before 9 o'clock. Get the hell out of here.
that's what she's. I don't think she realized they make you tired a little bit, so you can't take. That's why they make me take mine right before bed.
Yeah, and I'm
'cause it makes
taking I'm taking muscle relaxers right now too for my ribs.
Yeah. Oh, really? Are you?
Yeah, one of my anxiety medications called baclofen is actually something that was made as a muscle relaxer to begin with. So I just doubled up on those, and I take 2 of those every night now.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hopefully that's helping. Are you in any less pain today?
Dude, today I don't know if the stretching of the ribs yesterday was so helpful. Because remember yesterday it was so much more painful because I laid on my
she
stomach.
cracked
and
the
my
shit out
girlfriend
of it.
tried to at least, and I thought that made it so much worse. But I think in the long run, it actually feels a little bit better. It's either that or I was in so much pain yesterday that it feels a little bit better today. But everything in general felt better today. Like moving around like this, it doesn't hurt. Deep breaths don't hurt as bad in the front. It's more in the back. So I think we might be around a corner. It's still, every time I cough, I want to piss my pants, but still, it'll get better.
That's good. That's good. All right. I did forget to talk about something when we were just talking about Trump and everything. There was something I wanted to bring up before we go to break. Did you watch the Republican debate last night?
No.
Nope, not interested in even a little bit.
No, I went right to bed after
After the show or whatever? All right, that's fine. Well, you missed out
I didn't even turn on the TV.
You missed out on a pretty funny viral moment. Oh, by the way, so that there's a couple things that came out of that. There's how people say that Ron DeSantis is just like a weirdo and he can't just be a personable, normal person. Did you see the video of him trying to smile?
I did not.
Oh my God!
I haven't seen any videos or any clips or anything from the debate.
It's so good, Mikey. I don't even know if there's audio to this or not. I can't tell if the audio file worked or not, but here is Ron DeSantis. It's a very quick clip. I mean, we're talking like 4 seconds, but I'll slow it down after we watch it the first time, but watching this dude try to smile is very, very funny. Here is Ron DeSantis at the Republican debate last night. It's just weird, right? So here it is in slow motion. I like people. I failed at that.
Yo, he's dead inside.
Seriously.
He's dead inside. Bro.
That is so weird. What?
There is nothing. Like, those eyes are emotionless right there, dude. Just cover up his mouth and his nose. There is nothing coming from his eyes.
And the weird little... Yeah, you're right. His eyebrows don't move even a little bit when you watch it.
Nothing, dude. Well,
Not
he's
even.
Probably got Botox and shit up there to stop him from moving and get rid of his forehead wrinkles.
And what's this weird tongue move in here? Let me.
That's how he separates his teeth to make sure he can get his mouth open to smile. He's got them expensive veneers in there.
Oh God, that's so funny. What a goofball. But
and by the way, if anybody ever gets veneers, they should not match an all white shirt like that. Veneers need to be they're way too white.
Put a little yellow on them, you're saying? Just drink a little bit of red wine, smoke a couple cigarettes
Do
first.
something, I don't know what, but definitely don't get them in a bright white.
Well, there's another thing that jumped out at me. Yeah, they do sometimes, like Joe Biden, all of them. Like I see some of who's the guy I just saw? I don't remember who it was, but I did just see somebody who had this exact same problem. And they literally, I mean, it looks like their mouth is glowing. They look absolutely ridiculous. Yep. It's absolutely silly. I agree with you. So last night, though, one of the things that stood out at the Republican debate was this Vivek Ramaswamy guy. He's only like...
I heard that name a little bit today on some podcast.
I'm not surprised because he was a fiery 35-year-old man. He was bringing the energy and they were all trying to pick on him. You could tell there must be some sort of polling or something that they know this guy must be trending upward because instead of them all attacking that goofball DeSantis, they all started attacking Vivek instead. And I don't know what it is. I've just been they talk about this dude a lot on the one news station I watched, that News Nation. And I forgot to play this when it happened at the Iowa State Fair. And then I went to go back and play it for you guys today, and I can't play it. But Vivek Ramaswamy pulled a Hard Knocks at the Iowa State Fair, and he rapped "Lose Yourself" on stage to a whole bunch of old white people. It was so cringy. In fact, you know what? I'll just show it to you. I can't play it obviously because "Lose Yourself" is playing, and I don't want Eminem to sue me. So here is, let me mute this. This is him on stage. Lose yourself in the moment you own it, you lose. And then he starts going, I mean, he goes into the whole thing right there. Noticed a little bit different reaction. And like if you were watching the Hard Knocks thing, did you watch that episode yet? Where he does the rap?
Like I said, I went to sleep. I'm going to try to watch it tonight. But, dude, after the show, I end up being tired. If I end up staying awake much longer and, like, throw the TV on, that's when, like, the stomach starts to get grumbly and be like, order some food.
Well, I ate first today. But anyway, so that guy did that rap on Hard Knocks. And I bring that up because everybody in the room was rapping along with him and doing all this stuff. You know, and, like, they were hitting all the beats and stuff and you know, rapping along with them. Not these people. They're just standing there. One person in the front, I'm pretty sure who worked for him, is pretending to be interested, and everybody else is just cringing. Let me get my phone out and record this goober up here rapping. But I was able to find one video of him freestyle rapping on Fox News. So if you're ready to cringe, guys, get ready.
No, I hate secondhand embarrassment videos.
Oh, it is. It's so bad. It makes me cringe every time I see it. But here is Vivek Ramaswamy on Fox News doing his best freestyle rap back when he was DJ Vec in his college days.
You know that as you rise in the polls, people are looking into your past. Yep. And in fact, somebody has uncovered in college, you were, I've seen the video, you were a libertarian rapper. Explain that, Mr. Ramaswamy.
Well, look, the things they're digging up, they're going deep. And I have to say, some of these opposition research stories are false, but I will confirm that one is true. I was a little bit of a libertarian freestyler in college and had some fun with it.
Do you remember any of that rap, or do you have some freestyling to do today, Vivek?
Well, it's not like a kind of thing you remember, right? You just say what you're inspired to say. So, you know, I like, that's kind of what I'm doing on the campaign trail in some sense, is freestyling my message.
All right, very good. Go ahead.
You want to join us on the campaign trail? You know, you want to join us on the campaign trail? We can do that. I often open up. I say, my name's Vivek. It rhymes with cake. It ain't about thee. It isn't about me. It is about thee. The United States is about liberty. So, Fox and friends, join us on the trail. We'll have some fun. I'll see you out the trail.
You say trail? You're on trail with trail? Is that what I just heard?
Join us. We'll put on a real show. So if you come out, We'll make a deal. You come out to the campaign trail. We got the audience. We'll do something in full form.
Stop by Fox and Friends tomorrow. We got Flo Rida. You and Flo Rida. I'm telling you, you could go.
Flo
by.
Rida.
Just saying.
We may give it a try.
All right.
Okay.
Vivek, good luck to you.
So there you go. That was.
God, his teeth bother me so much too.
Yeah. Oh, his are glowing, huh? I mean, he's got some major glowing ones in
dude.
there for sure. I'm sure, but he's like uber rich, so he's getting that stuff whitened. He's using the tooth whitening toothbrush. He's getting that Zoom whitening done, all that stuff. If I could afford that, I'll be honest with you though, Mikey. If I could afford that shit, I would have glowing ass white teeth too. Because I hate the fact because I drink red wine and I smoke. I hate my teeth are line of yellow. I hate that. I have white strips that I use, but they're so gross. I hate putting those things in my mouth so much. They just make my mouth. They make my mouth feel dirty. For some reason. So yeah, I usually don't mess around with those things at all. They're just.
I end up leaving them on too long every time. Then my teeth are super sensitive for 3 days.
By the way, speaking of Vivek and his glowing teeth, I do have another picture of him with his glowing teeth. Check out this picture. Does that look familiar? Anybody recognize that guy in that picture with Vivek Ramaswamy? That's one former producer, Rob Gargiulo.
Holy shit, he's fat. I was gonna say, Rob. Holy shit.
So yeah,
God.
Rob works for
Lay
this.
off the donuts. Look at that. Look at that button on his jacket going, help me.
I wasn't, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend like Rob and I talk all the time by any means. I just follow him on because not that we don't get along or anything. He's just super busy because Rob works for this podcast or this YouTube show called Valuetainment, which is like a right-leaning show and you know, kind of that low-hanging fruit of stuff where it's, you know, you just talk shit about Joe Biden all day and how terrible Democrats are, which is, I mean, what an easy way to make a career is just, you know, because it's such such low-hanging fruit. But good for them, though. I'm not trying to knock them. Good for them. But Rob works for them, and he's also works for the Miami Dolphins. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I saw this pop up on his Instagram. I don't know if he was at the debate. It doesn't look like it. Maybe I don't know exactly what it was. I just I didn't really dig into it. I just saw that he posted that, so I thought that was pretty cool to see that. And then he posted another picture with. Who else did he post a picture with? Oh, that's right. Here's the other picture. And look at that smile. You thought he was smiling in that last one. Look at that. Look at the shit-eating grin in this one.
Oh, yeah.
So, yes.
That's a happy camper. That looks more like Rob right there. The
Yes.
last picture with that cheese and smile on his face, that definitely looks
Well,
like
yeah, because now the tie's all crooked. The beard's all disheveled.
yeah.
Yeah, so he looks a little bit more like the Rob we're all used to. So, congratulations to him, though. I'm very happy for my friend that he's doing better, considering where he was when he left the last time I saw him. So, I'm very happy for him. Seems to be doing very well for himself. So, good for Rob. All right, guys, let's take a quick break. When we come back from break, I got a lot of video, Mikey, of some of the stuff that you were telling me about all this Jake Paul, Dillon Danis nonsense. Oh, man. What I said, Jake? Yeah, Logan Paul, Dillon Danis nonsense, and all the Tommy Fury, KSI nonsense. I got some great video stuff from their presser. Oh, man, it's great. I can't believe you didn't talk to me about this yesterday. I don't know if you didn't see it or whatever. But there was some great stuff that happened. So we'll talk about, don't give it away yet. We'll talk about it when we come back from break. But I thought it was awesome. So there's some great video that we'll watch when we come back from break. You can always call into the show, by the way, 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. If you've not already taken a second to like tonight's video, make sure you do that. I would appreciate it if you guys took a second just to do that, you know, minimize my face and hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed to the channel and you're wondering why you can't, or if you've been wondering, if you're watching and you're wondering why you can't talk in the chat, it's because you have to be subscribed for at least 10 minutes. So once you subscribe, you'll be able to talk in the chat with the League of Dummies. And of course, if you want to become an official member of the League of Dummies, all you have to do is hit that join button. It's $1.99 a month, and it's a great way to help support another dumb show. And you might be lucky enough if you enable your gifts. The League of Dummies, they love to hand out memberships to each other. So make sure you have your gifts enabled so you are able to get possibly have somebody give you a free membership to another dumb show. So, alrighty, guys, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to grab some deli. So if you want to do that too, now's the time to do it. You want to get some lavender? Get some lavender in. Make sure you get some lavender in. Did you see that? As soon as I said I'm going to get ready to go to break, the dog jumped down off the couch and ran over here. That's how smart this dog is. She's listening. She knows what's going on. She's got the vibe of the show. So she's ready for some lavender, apparently. So we'll be right back on another dumb show. Hang on. Oh, jeez. God. Chaos in here right now. I don't know what. I told you Darla before the break. I mentioned that she got up before the break and started going crazy, right as I said we're getting ready to go to break. And she, during the break, just went berserk. She just started running all over the house like a maniac, barking at the cats, waking them all up. Everything's all nice and quiet in here. I go to break and she turns into a freaking maniac. It's nuts. So yeah, my dog's going crazy. It's chaos up in here. But welcome back to another Dumb Show. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for streaming on my tube tonight. I appreciate everybody being here. Mike, you can finish up what you're doing down there. I'll let you finish up before I cut to you. There you are. There he is back. He was a little late on the lavender. Oh, what are you going the Zach Wilson look?
The what, headband?
The headband, yeah. He's getting sweating in your eyes or whatever.
Yeah, I was wearing this the whole first half.
Were you really? And I just didn't notice it? Were you really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. I just somehow just noticed it. Okay, well, there you go.
I changed it up a little bit. I had to fold it up on the inside, and now you can actually see the Vikings logo.
Maybe that's what it was. Because it seems like there's more purple than there was before or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Anyway, so welcome back.
Check out this new shirt I got. I love this thing.
Alien cat shirt? Did you get that at the Five Below? One of those
No,
that looks like.
I found that on Instagram. It
Oh,
knows
really?
how much cat videos I watch, and it was like, "You like this shirt?" I was like, "Yeah." I ordered it like 8 weeks ago, and I forgot about it, and it just showed up today, and I got so excited.
I'm so bad about ordering stuff online. I did a bunch of stuff with that Amazon try before you buy, and none of them fit right. And then I ended up not getting them sent back in time. So I don't know what to do about that now. I don't know if I can get them returned or not, or no. I don't know what to do.
If it's over 30 days, you have to call like customer service and have them reissue the return slip so you can go return it in store someplace or resend it back to them. But you have to come up with a damn good excuse why it took you longer than 30 days. I told them I was in jail.
Oh, that's a good. Then they took that excuse. Okay, that's good. Right on. Great. All right, cool. So I did see in the chat there during the break there was some. Where'd that message go? Scrooge.
I saw a bunch of stuff popping up on the away message there because I was on the phone for work. They're saying that Carrie was going in on me.
I don't know. I don't know why. I didn't notice what she was saying.
I'm sure it has something to do with talking about Trump or conservatives.
Oh, that could be what it is. Maybe that's what it is. She should have called. I would have loved for her to call in and give you a hard time. Timothy Meyer said, "Can we see the Dumb? You see the video, Dumb? You didn't play the video. I don't. Was there a video I was talking about or talked over and never switched to? I don't feel like that happened."
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm pretty sure
we played everything we talked about and teased.
Yeah, I thought so too. Sometimes I won't switch. I accidentally don't switch it over. But I thought I was doing it on all of them. So anyway, Scrooge, I saw in there is smashing down one of the new peanut butter crunch McFlurries. I'm really looking forward to trying that. That sounds delicious. I can't wait to give that a try. Yeah, peanut butter crunch McFlurry. It's a new thing they have right now.
Like a Butterfinger peanut butter crunch? Is that what we're talking about?
I don't think it's Butterfinger. I think it's just some sort of peanut butter crunch that they put in it. It is catch a swirl of rich flavors with each creamy spoonful. The peanut butter crunch McFlurry is vanilla soft serve with crispy cereal mix and chocolatey peanut butter cookie pieces. Get yours from our sweets and treats menu. So yeah, there you go.
I can't wait to get a peanut butter whatever the hell you just said with some M&Ms in there too. That John's gonna be banging.
There it is. That's what you're looking at. So
yes,
give that a try. It does sound delicious. So he said he's took down some
allergen warning. That's the only thing that it says.
Yeah, it's peanuts. Can't eat peanuts.
Careful, you can't breathe the peanuts.
Yeah, hey, those things are deadly to people. Like you with the bees, man. People eat their peanuts. Scrooge would start nodding off if he was allergic to them. So you got to be careful. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
It makes no sense to me. When I was a kid, there was nobody allergic to peanuts like that, dude.
I don't remember that either, to be honest with you. But I actually don't remember I remember everybody eating peanuts around me and peanut butter and stuff. I don't remember any of that stuff, so I don't know.
It's because parents used to give us that type of stuff when we were kids, so we'd build up tolerances to it, and you don't build up allergies.
I guess I don't remember. I feel like my parents probably just shoved peanut butter down my throat because it was cheap.
Fuck yeah, that's how it shuts you up as a kid. You do the same thing to your dog when he's barking. You put a spoon of peanut butter in his mouth, and he just sits there for 30 minutes and
shut him up, right?
Do the same thing to a kid.
All right. I do have an update, Mikey. In the chat, I saw Brad L was going. God damn, this fly is driving me crazy. It's garbage day here today, so all the doors were open. It's bringing garbage in and out. So of course the freaking flies flew in. So because the garbage is right outside the damn door, so it drives me freaking crazy. Anyway, so I promise I'm not gross. There's just these stupid flies that come in from outside. Brad L.
Being gross.
No, I hate it because to me flies signify like Pigpen. You know what I mean? Like from Charlie Brown, he's got flies all around him and shit.
Yeah,
like flies,
I get what you're saying.
Flies signify dirtiness to me, and it's not. It's just my fucking garbage cans are dirty and they're right outside the door, and you pop the door open to take out trash, and it's just a pain in the ass.
I've got to walk a full parking lot to my dumpster, dude.
Ooh, that really sucks. I mean, I'm glad they're right there.
114 steps.
Do you have a washer and dryer?
228 round trip.
Do you have a washer and dryer in your unit?
In the basement.
In your unit, or you got to share it with people though?
Nope, no more shared. I rent these things from the apartment place.
That's worth it then, man.
They charge me for them every month, $40.
Because most apartment places, they don't have. You got to do all that shared shit or go to a laundromat or whatever. That's the freaking worst, dude. So
that's the benefit. That's the benefit of me moving into a townhouse.
Yeah, that's kind of like. Well, that's why I love where I'm at, because we got cheaper rent and we got the washer and dryer in the unit, and that's just like unheard of in.
You're side by side
around
with
here.
One neighbor, right?
No, I have them on both sides. I'm squeezed.
I've got them on both sides too, but I don't hear nothing coming through the walls.
I only do if it's quiet, like there's no TV, no fans, nothing. Every once in a while, hear like I think the girl next door, her cat is knocks shit over all the time. As I'll just hear her randomly go, "Bad, you're bad." It sounds like Cartman. It's like, "Bad kitty." It sounds just like him actually, and that's all I'll ever hear. That's all I ever hear from them is just that. Otherwise, they're very quiet. And my neighbor next door is a single older guy, who's really, really a cool guy. Really nice guy. He cuts my grass for me and everything because I have a little spot of grass and I have nowhere to put a mower because I'm in the middle. So I have no shed, nowhere to store anything. So they're like, "We'll just cut it for you, dude." So yeah, I've great neighbors actually. I'm very lucky. Anyway, in the chat, I saw Brad shouting in all caps, "When are we picking FF order fantasy football? My other league drew numbers 2 weeks ago, and that's the 5th." Well, Brad, I hate to break it to you, dude, but you were the one we were all waiting on to hear back from. One of the last ones to get in here, and I still think I'm waiting on your buy-in, my dude. Not gonna lie here. I think you're the last one to get it in, other than Mikey. Because I did send out an email today, which, by the way, Mikey, you've got to check your email because there's an email in there. And because we do have all 12 members of the league now, and I've now put to a vote what I want to know which app we're going to use, which date is going to be good for the draft, and then whether or not we're going to do a defensive player. Now, so far, it's pretty much split right down the middle with Yahoo and ESPN. So you or I might end up being the deciding vote. Because you're an ESPN guy, right?
Yep.
6, so it's literally split right down the middle. So I think what we'll do.
My responses, but I said ESPN 3 times, so I think that counts for one.
So we'll probably, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to flip a coin because it's literally 6 and 6 for ESPN or Yahoo. So I think it's only fair then we just flip a coin. The date.
Dibs on tails.
Well, I'm flipping it.
Yeah, you flip it, I call it.
You flip it. Okay, cool. So we'll get to that then. So then now we just got to get the date squared away. And I didn't count for defensive players. I haven't done that. But Mikey, I got to be honest with you, it's not looking good, buddy.
Probably not.
It's not
a
looking
bit of
good.
a deeper. It's a bit of a deeper quality.
Yeah, most people are looking for. Yeah, I'm getting no defensive player, and I'm getting definitely no defensive players from a couple people. So I think the defensive player is going to be out. We'll flip a coin for the league, and then the date. I think we may have to aim for. I think based on everybody's schedule, I'm hoping. I'd originally thought for next Wednesday. But there's a couple people who are going to have a little bit of issue with next Wednesday, so maybe Tuesday the 29th might have to be the day we do it.
I'm in.
So, what's that?
I'm in. Whatever.
You're in
date
for the
and time.
29th? All right, cool. So I'll talk to everybody else. I'll shoot an email out to everybody, and we'll get everybody's date. Make sure that works for you. But if you're all watching, email me back and let me know if Tuesday works for you guys. That way we can get it all going. And then Pat Wooey had an idea for how we pick the draft order. We could do it by the lottery number from the day before, like the pick 3 or something, and we all pick whatever the closest, like we all pick a number. A pick 3 number, like you can do 780 or whatever, or 078, and whatever the lottery number is, whoever's the closest would be first, and then we go by, we can do Price is Right rules or however we wanted to. But whoever's closest without going over, you go in that order. And then if you're over, you last. That, or you know what I'm saying? Farthest over.
How about a random draft generator? That seems to work pretty easy every time.
Is that a thing? I don't even know what that is.
Put 12 names into a hat. There's got to be a random list generator.
Oh, yeah, it literally is. There's a free one right here.
Yeah, bingo. Problem solved.
But it's only for, oh yeah, you can do it for 12. Okay. So there you go, actually. Okay, so we can do that. We can just generate a draft order online. That's easy. I like that idea. That's a lot easier than going through a pick 3 and all that stuff. This is much easier. Because then people are going to be like, oh, if I was over, I didn't think we'd go over. Well, it's going to turn into a big thing.
As a Browns fan, how concerned are you about the Steelers? Because I've been watching them a little bit this preseason. They look tough.
Well, from what I've seen, what's his face? Kenny Pickett is looking pretty good this year so far. So
yeah, George Pickens and him and this defense looks hungry again. Like, whew.
Yeah, that Pickens dude is he's badass. I mean, I like that guy. He's really good.
I lost a lot of respect for Ryan Clark because he said George Pickens is more athletic and talented than Justin Jefferson.
Well, he might be more physical. I'll give him that. He's probably more physical. Oh, I would.
Probably. I think he's bigger. I think he's taller. I think he's faster.
Yeah, I think that's what makes him.
Athletically, but I don't think it makes him a better receiver.
That's his game, though. Is he can outmuscle these dudes and get open. Throw them off of them at the beginning and then get open. Do you? Speaking of football, I'm glad you actually mentioned football. Did you see? Do you know who Eli Apple is? Yeah. Obviously, plays for the Dolphins now, right? He played for the Bengals last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an Instagram model. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with this story, but her name is, what's her name? I just lost it. Her name is Destiny, Destani. Apparently, she's got that good because she's gotten knocked up by 3 different NFL players. Yeah. This girl's set for life, for sure. One of them is Geno Smith, quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, who just got paid.
Pro Bowl.
Just got paid to a huge new contract this year. And now, and also Josh Jacobs, the running back for the Raiders.
Bowl?
Raiders, right?
All pro.
Yes.
He plays for nobody right now.
Oh, he's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, that was gross.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's all right. I do the same thing. You don't have a cough button. You should hear the nasty stuff I'm hawking up on when I hit that cough button. It's disgusting. But anyway, Destiny has now gotten knocked up apparently by Geno Smith and Josh Jacobs. Here's a picture of her, by the way. So, I mean, pretty typical for what your NFL guys are looking for, I'd say. I mean, that's their that's their ball game. That big badonkadonk. They're not necessarily boob men anymore. It seems like mostly ass men these days. So, which I will never understand, but because I'm a boob guy. Man. I'm a boob guy. I'll never understand. I love a great ass. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's important. You don't want a flat ass, but I think a good boob.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. They could be flat up top. I could not give one shit. They could be inverted.
I feel like you got to have a little something up top. But anyway, now, so Destiny, she's now she's gotten a kid from Geno Smith, kid from Josh Jacobs. Now she's gotten knocked up allegedly by Eli Apple.
She's getting that bag.
She's doing all right for herself, but it doesn't look like things are going real well between her and what's his name, Eli Apple. Basically, long story short, she's accusing him of being a bad baby daddy. I mean, there's this big long Instagram post that if you want to, I mean, here, she did a story with all this stuff in it. Whoops, wrong button. What? Oh, there it is. So here it is. I mean, it's got all kinds of stuff. There's a picture of like an arm with a bruise. So she said, we got pregnant after traveling together during off season. His response to my pregnancy was straight up, well, what did you expect? I knew it was going to happen. Says he has a sex problem. I'm the 6th pregnant woman in 3 years. The other ones just had abortions, but he's already 14 weeks at the time. So obviously, and then it goes in all the stuff. The kid is sick. Eli doesn't want to help the kid and all this crazy stuff. So you guys can read all that. That's a lot to read. And it's all, again, obviously her word against his. Who knows if any of it's true.
That's her leg.
Is that a leg? I can't tell what I'm looking at.
It looks like pants around her ankles, doesn't it? Like at her knee?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. That's like the inside of a thigh, I guess that would be. What is the point of that picture if you don't mention anything? There's no mention of what that's supposed to be in any of what she's written here. It's just about him, the kid being sick and him not helping out with it. But that's actually not really, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
Top thing I was reading that the top caption she had, doesn't your mom run a domestic violence shelter?
Oh, that's what DV is. Oh, that's what she says right there. Okay, let me pull that back up. Good eye, Mikey. It says he should thread lightly. I think she means tread lightly. He should thread lightly because, I don't know, it's covered up there. Does your mom run a DV foundation, but her son's a piece of shit? Let's go over.
Because how does your mom run a DV foundation, but her son a piece of shit?
So I guess she's accusing him of domestic violence then, and that's what this picture is here, the inside of her leg. She doesn't say who did that or how that happened. Just alludes to it, I guess, then through the domestic violence mention. So, okay. Good eye, Mikey. Way to go. That's why we got you here. I missed these little details.
For something.
That's right. But so he went down. There's DMs between the two of them and stuff like that. But the thing that really caught my eye about this whole story and what I loved about it, really the headline that caught my eye was, read this. You got to read this, this post that she put up. It's so good. If you play against my baby dad this season, please go for the knees, maybe a hammy. Number 30, and then at the bottom, number 33 for the Dolphins. I'll gladly zell you back any fines with laughing faces and the heart sign. So she's got here, dudes out here. She's putting a bounty on Eli Apple for being a bad baby daddy. So I thought that was hilarious. I mean, what a great way to get yourself a little bit of clout, get your story in the news. And maybe get this dude to take care of his freaking kid, because I mean, it's not a big story that an NFL player is not taking care of his kid.
Isn't that like a Miami Dolphins thing at this point? Didn't Tyreek get in trouble a long time ago for beating up a girlfriend or something like that?
There are allegations that he had broken his own son's arm. That was but I think it ended up there was an investigation that said that he didn't do that. So, but who knows? People get paid off. There's all kinds of weird stuff that goes on with NFL players and their hijinks behind the scenes, and who knows what the real story is behind any of it. So, but I thought that was funny. We got a little bit of a real story from the Instagram model Destiny there.
Speaking of the NFL, have you seen any of the new season commercials for the NFL and stuff like that? Like they just did the script reveal.
I did not know. Making fun of how, because everybody says the NFL is scripted now. That's one of the
it's
things.
A bunch of people in a room reading the NFL script, and Kirk Cousins is there with all the chains on.
Oh, that's funny. I have to see that. I'll have to check that out. That's probably pretty funny. No, I did not see that though. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. But Mikey, I did start keeping an eye out on some of the stuff that you've been telling me to keep an eye out on, and that is the Dillon Danis, Logan Paul drama. Boy, oh boy, my dude. The other day you mentioned something and you had brought up how where it all started. So Logan Paul and Logan Paul, everybody knows Logan Paul, YouTube star, WWE star now, maybe not quite superstar yet.
I think he's a champion in WWE.
Oh, is he? Then he's a superstar. There you go. So Logan Paul, everybody knows who that is. Now he's going to be boxing this guy named Dillon Danis. Now, Dillon Danis, Mikey, the other day, told me about the whole drama between Logan Paul and Dillon Danis. Now, where is the... God damn it. One of my videos is not here. Oh, wait, there it is. I scrolled up. My bad. So the other day, you mentioned a video about Dillon Danis trolling Logan Paul online. And Logan Paul is engaged to Nina Ogdal, she's a model, right? Isn't that what she does?
Yep.
I don't think she's an actress at all.
Influencer, something.
Yeah. So they started, Logan Paul is now engaged to her. And you mentioned the other day that Dillon Danis went ham trying to troll him. And I found that video finally because I didn't know where, I didn't actually it just kind of came up in all the news stories I was reading through today. So here is that video, and man, this is freaking great. What a way to really get underneath somebody's skin right before you're getting ready to potentially fight them. So here's that video that you brought up the other day, Mikey.
All jokes aside, if Logan Paul doesn't call off his wedding, then he is the strongest man alive because his girl has more bodies than a funeral home, which Dillon Danis has exposed over the past week. So while I could have used some video of Logan or him training for their upcoming fight, it was much more fun to put together this slideshow of every single picture and video he has posted about Logan Paul's fiancée. Bro refuses to quit, and one day they will teach a marketing class just based on what he has done here alone. Because literally nobody cared about this fight, but now that it is trending and the beef is real, I bet the pay-per-view buys are gonna be crazy. It's so bad that Logan had to turn off his replies, which is super embarrassing because it means on his post promoting the fight, there are only 6 comments from people he follows or mentions. While it absolutely exposes all the bots and fake followers he pays for since this post still has almost 7 million views. And you would have thought this fight was coming up, but when I checked the date, it turns out that it isn't until October 14th. So if Dillon Danis has this much ammunition already, then I cannot imagine the type of post he is going to be dropping when the fight is a week away.
I sucked a in a football stadium full of people once.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, man. So that's where, so these two are getting ready to fight on October 14th. And this video, I watched that video, dude. I laughed and laughed and laughed when I saw it. It was so good. So it's got me into this now because I don't care who wins. I just want the drama to continue because these guys are good at creating drama. Because I now went to go watch the presser between these two because you had said that Dillon didn't show up for the original meetup between the two of them. But then they did end up having a presser the other day.
Yes.
And one of the face-off, but the presser was for KSI and Tommy Fury, and Logan and Dillon were also at this for some reason, or did Logan crash?
Yeah, because they're fighting on the same card.
ticket.
And Logan,
okay.
Logan Paul and KSI are business partners. They both own Prime Energy and Prime Hydration.
Okay, so that makes sense to me now, and now I understand who was on each person's side. So Logan was over on KSI's side, and Tommy Fury and Dillon Danis were over on one side. So the first video I saw was, well, this is just what I saw. This is the thing that caught my eye and made me laugh out loud and say I need to watch and learn more about what these douches are up to. It starts off with the shot of Dillon Danis, and that's the dude with the shorts on and the bad mullet. And then you'll see Logan Paul just being a complete goober. And this is what happened at the presser that was supposed to be really about Tommy Fury and KSI, right? I mean, it really wasn't, had nothing to do with the other two other than the fact that they're on the same card. And here's what happened. That's Logan Paul had brought out, and you see it for just a second, he brought out a cake. Is that Tommy or Dillon that's supposed to be on the cake? Do you know?
It's Dillon, because it was Dillon's birthday, and at the press conference, Logan had a cake come out that was almost life-size. Like
I saw,
it was a body on a cake, completely knocked out, and it was Dillon Danis, and that was just his head from the cake he threw at him.
That's what he threw at him. That made me, so you can actually see right here the head. If you look actually pretty close, you can see that's the head the head of the cake in Logan Paul's hand there. And then he goes ahead and he throws it at Dillon Danis. Dillon Danis freaks out, looks for something, grabs a microphone, throws it at him. Logan Paul's all hopping and skipping because he's all riled up. Knows he just got under Dillon's skin. So just basically just trolling him in person now. So he's like, all right, cool. You want to troll me online? I will troll your ass right in person. So that was pretty good. But that was not really the best part of that whole thing. Now, I don't know the order of events. Do you remember what happened with Tommy Fury's? Do you know what happened with Tommy Fury's dad?
What? No.
Oh, you're going to love this. Okay, first, let me show you. I don't know what the order of events that this all happens in, but there is, you see the two of them get into a little, you know how the boxers, they'll face off. These two end up facing off with each other.
Oh, they're going to push each other. They're going to push.
They face off, and of course, it starts to escalate, like all of these do.
KSI is going to get beat up.
Well, watch this, Mikey, and you might think otherwise after you see this. Boom. Big ass push. And so there you go. And now you'll see, keep watching.
When you try to push someone.
Yeah, go ahead.
When you try to push someone and you end up moving more than the person you push, that's a problem. You pushed yourself backwards.
Well,
when you shove somebody, that person's supposed to go backwards. They're not supposed to force you to push yourself backwards.
Here is that push in slow motion, actually. Here you go. I don't know what that song is. Here you go. So here it is in slow motion. It's a one hand boom. So
okay. He's out of screen before the other dude is. Tommy didn't even move.
I mean, his head flinches down, his back moves, I guess. So, yeah, you're right. KSI does start to go backwards. I guess you're right. Tommy doesn't move as much as you think, but
Tommy's built like a brick shithouse, dude. And he boxed pretty well against Jake Paul, and he beat Jake Paul. And I don't know, I can't remember if Tommy Fury shares the same father with his brother Tyson or the same mother.
Well, either way, I'm assuming probably the same father based on what I'm about to show you, because
his father's a gypsy, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Bro, the next two videos are so good. I laughed and laughed and laughed watching this. So here, I'm just going to show you a couple of them because there's a couple different views of them. Oh, come on. So the dad, I don't know the order of that this all went in, as far as the whether that push happened first or what I'm about to show you happened first. But this is so great. So watch this. It picks up with Logan Paul talking into a microphone. It must be maybe at some point he hijacks this thing and he starts talking, and Tommy Fury's dad goes freaking berserk. It's so great, Mikey. Wait
he's
till
a
you
great
see this.
promoter.
Wait till you
He's a
see
great
this.
promoter.
He's on his game on this
Silver
one. Watch
tongue.
this.
Oh, dude, silver tongue.
Way better.
Can't wait.
Hold on, let me turn it up because that one's a little quiet. My bad, guys.
Fury's our best fights in the world! The Fury's proper men talking all this bullshit about fucking people's personal bollocks. Get the cake and shove it up your arsehole before I do it. If I say come on, get it done!
Yeah! Flipping tables, kicking microphones, and the melee ensues. I love it. Hey, here's another angle of it. Isn't this great, dude?
Dude, he's a huge man.
I know he is. That's why I'm saying it's so great. And this is.
You want to hear? Okay, let you. Dude,
Go ahead.
The story about him gets so much better. You know where he lives?
No.
So Tyson Fury still lives in England in Morecambe, or I can't remember where it is. It's a city that's on the water. It's a tiny little place, and it's this beautiful multi-million-dollar palace, dude. I mean, he's the best heavyweight in all time. Like, the dude is no joke. Tyson Fury is no joke, and his dad is a gypsy. His dad lives in a caravan.
Oh, like one of those dudes, like an actual,
an actual gypsy, a caravan, no electricity, no nothing, on his son's lawn.
An RV guy. That's great. His dad's his own RV guy. So he's an interesting character, is what you're telling me.
Dude, he named his son after Mike Tyson, and he was on Mike Tyson's podcast, Hotboxing, and he talked about how much of an inspiration Mike Tyson was and everything like that. It was one of the best interviews on Tyson's show.
Well, let's watch him. Another angle of him losing his yit.
Yes.
2 tables. He's ready to go.
KSI wasn't trying to go over there. He was waiting for somebody to hold him back.
Said no thanks, Dad.
Logan Paul's just excited.
Oh yeah, he knows because he got what he wanted. He trolled them all and got them all worked up.
He's gonna throw the cake after.
Oh, I love this guy. I can't get enough of him. I love him. I got so many different angles of this because I couldn't get enough of it. Proper men. I can't get enough. Yes. Rage! Ah! I love it. It's a man's man right there. He's not putting up any of this bullshit, this dumb YouTube drama bullshit. I don't have time for this shit. I want these two men to beat the fuck out of each other. That's all I care about. All this goddamn internet-y bullshit. That's why I love him.
Good morning, people.
He realized that it's the internet and you can't do anything wrong without coming out and pulling a Ryan Clark. And he decided that he is going to do an apology. So here is John Fury now coming out after losing his temper and flipping tables. Here is his apology.
Good morning, people. Just want to make a quick apology for my inappropriate language yesterday. It's unacceptable. I accept that. But emotions run high, we get involved, and it is the fight game. It was pandemonium, but let me sincerely apologise for my outburst of language. I wasn't alone doing it, but I want to come out and apologise because I feel, it's appropriate to make that apology to the people who came to the press conference and the viewing audiences. I sincerely apologise, and I'll try and improve. But people, this is John Fury. This is my character. This is who I am. I'm a real person. I'm not a fake person.
I'm apologizing.
It just happens when it happens.
Just deal with it.
I apologise for my inappropriate language, and if I've offended anybody, I'm deeply sorry.
Yeah.
See you
So
next time.
So I feel you, dude. When it happens, it happens. It's just all there is. It is. I am who I am, man. I am who I am. When it happens, it happens. So I'll just start doing that from now on. So I'm excited for these fights now, dude. I also saw
we should do like a fight companion. We both watch the fights live and we both stream at the same time. People can join in and watch too.
That would be fun. I would love to do that. Now, do you know who this?
You can put the little round counter up in the bottom right corner so everyone can watch along with us at the exact same time, and we can commentate on the fight as it's going on.
I love this idea. All right, that's October. Oh, that's a Saturday, October 14th, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. I'm working, so that ain't happening. Do you know this Blueface guy who's all supposed to be fighting? Is he on this card? This rapper or whatever. This guy named Blueface. Do you know who Blueface is?
Yeah, he was part of that YouTube show with his girlfriend Chrissy and Rock, and she used to beat him up, and he used to beat her up.
Yeah, I believe he was supposed to fight on that ticket. He's supposed to fight on October 14th, that's the same day all those other dudes are fighting. So I'm assuming.
Well, they also try to do other YouTube promoters and stuff like that, try to bite off other people's fight days, and they run fight nights at the same time to try to compete with them.
Oh,
so
okay.
He might be fighting on somebody else's card. I don't know. He very well could be fighting on that because I don't know if the fights that Dillon Danis and KSI are doing are these official fights or they're just exhibition bouts.
You're asking the wrong guy. I thought you would know.
No.
I have no idea, man. I couldn't tell you.
I'm not very familiar with this promoter or anything like that, so I'd imagine that it's real fights because Tommy Fury is a professional boxer. And KSI is considered a professional boxer at this point, so I think it's considered an official fight.
All right, so it looks like this guy was doing he's in something called a Misfits boxing match, so I don't think that has anything to do with the Logan Paul fight, but it just happened, just like you said, they were trying to jump on that same date, it looks like. But this dude, he was practicing getting ready for his boxing match the other day, and this happened to him. Just in his gym, just chilling, and then this dude and a Rottweiler walk in. Just comes strolling into his gym while he's over there, doing the heavy bag. Homeboy walks in, Rottweiler goes up, says, "Hey, let me." It's a big dog, right?
It's a ballsy move too, man, to walk into a gym like that with a dog just off leash.
Well, he's obviously not there with good intentions, I would think, right? I mean, that's the whole point, right? So you see him walk up on, that's Blueface in the back practicing, and the guy walks up on him. Blueface kind of realizes something's weird, so he starts backing away from him. This white dude or this other guy gets in between him. That's Blueface's trainer, and he's trying to talk the guy down. And I can't play it because there's a song playing in the background, but he's just saying, hey bro, chill out, bro. It's just a bunch of that. And then that's Blueface on the right with the blue shoes. And then I think he's just had enough of it, and he walks up, he starts punching the guy. But then the dude reaches in his pocket, pulls out a knife, and a video cuts out there. But supposedly, now who knows if this is true because of all these internet guys, whether or not this YouTuber is actually telling the truth, but supposedly Blueface claims that guy walked up and he actually stabbed him, and he's not going to be able to fight in the Misfits boxing match on October 14th.
Nope, I call bullshit.
I agree.
Bullshit. Why is it being filmed for one? Why can you not see the dude training on the bag? I mean, he did look like he hit that dude with a couple solid shots, but still, no, I call bullshit.
Well, the guy got arrested. They arrested the dude.
I'm sure the guy did. He walked in and his dog in a threatening way. I mean, that can be considered assault.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got arrested for assault, and so that dude is let's see, what happened to the guy? He's back out, by the way. I forgot. So yeah, the guy got arrested and got out on bond and is back walking the streets again. So yeah, no big deal.
Sounds about right for this day and age.
Yeah, assault with a deadly weapon, and that's it. So Phil Crevices, I did see your super fan donation there. He said, let's do it live. I want to know my draft position regarding the Fantasy Football League. Yeah, we'll do the random draft generator live. Obviously, we'll do that. We're going to show everybody there, all that stuff. Drew S. gifted another 5 Another Dumb Show memberships out.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, Drew.
Hooked up Casey Burwald. He hooked up Barry Hott. Hooked up Google Me. Hooked up Amber Rudisil and Kay McDuck. Congratulations to you guys for all becoming official members of Another Dumb Show. I'm so happy to have you guys here. Sorry guys, my chat had gotten stuck in one spot and I'm trying to roll down. Secret ADS Mod is going bonkers about the med check. So she wants to make sure that you're taking your meds, Mikey. It is 9 o'clock. Let's make sure that you are doing that. So yes,
I will be taking them. I'm not taking them yet, but I won't be going upstairs without taking them.
All right, make sure you do that.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes. One last thing before we wrap things up. You guys know I like to end on a happy note and a fun note. Mikey, you're a big Sopranos fan, are you not? I think I remember you mentioning the other day that is one of the things you watch every day or every year. You go back and rewatch it
yearly. I was just thinking the other day that I haven't watched it in like a year and a half. It might be time.
Now, are you a fan of Adriana Lacerba?
That rat bitch.
She's in the woods somewhere, right?
Dude, that scene. There's a scene. Spoiler alert! If anybody
it's The Sopranos. If you haven't seen it by now, that's your own fault. Your own problem.
There's a scene where they're driving her out to the woods. No joke. And it's Silvio Dante that does it, the bass player for the E Street Band, Bruce Springsteen's guy.
Sure.
The big
Little Stevie.
Yeah, dude. And he gets out of the car and she starts screaming and crying. He opens the door. Get out the car, you. And just hits her with the C. Oh, dude. The dragging her scene is one of the best scenes in the entire show. I love that shit.
Yes. Now, everybody
broke my heart.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody had a huge crush on her. Everybody loved her. She was hot.
Broke my heart.
Yeah. Well,
she was always walking around with them hot, skimpy lingerie on, especially when Christopher slept on the dog and killed it.
Now, what do you think of this picture?
Let's get it.
Because now I have some good news for you, my friend. What happened? Why did that not change? There it is. That was a little behind. That's right, buddy. She is officially on the spicy site. Drea DeMatteo is at Drea DeMatteo on OnlyFans. The Sopranos.
I'm gonna pass. I saw her in Sons of Anarchy, and she was looking rough shot.
I think she's
posting pictures. She's posting old pictures here.
That's an old one. Yeah, she used that as her like her biopic, I think, for it because everybody knows that picture.
She don't look that good no more.
Well, I'll be honest with you, dude. I went and I looked at her Instagram. She doesn't look terrible. She doesn't look bad at all, I don't think. But she definitely doesn't look like she did, 25 years ago on The Sopranos. But I think she's smart. She's taking advantage of that success. Another gal taking advantage of horny dudes and their dollars. And now she's on OnlyFans. So if you guys are fans of Drea DeMatteo, one Andrea, what the hell, I can never remember.
Drea DeMatteo.
There you go. Adriana Lacerva. That was her name on the show. So the biggest, one of the most infamous rats of all time. Secret ADS Mod is asking, wonder what the dollar amount updates is to the Hawaii OnlyFans thing. I actually don't know. I should check that out. Lava Girl OnlyFans donations. It was up to $10,000 at one point. So who knows where she's at now? It's on her OnlyFans, so I don't know if they've actually gone on to if she's given any new updates or anything with the actual dollar amount. So I have to see if I can find her Twitter. So let's see if we can find that real quick. There's Love Girl on X. I'm not seeing any updates here. Just mentions that they shut it all down. So I'm not seeing actual updates now to the donations. So that's a good question. That's a good question, Secret ADS Mod. A very good question. We'll have to see. if she's actually still doing it or what the story is. So I'll look into that and I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. But that, guys, I think is going to wrap things up for us tonight on another Dumb Show. Mikey, anything going on? You got to go there tomorrow, all that good stuff? You got to work tomorrow? Nothing crazy? Nothing new?
Ooh, I got a work picnic tomorrow. I'm super excited about it. I'm about to try to join. I'm trying to commission a fantasy football league with some workers and stuff to build some team building. And
nice.
There's a bunch of guys in my Buffalo shop that I love popping shit to them every time they're around about the Bills being the biggest joke in the NFL. So I definitely be trolling them about Stephon Diggs wanting to be traded tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to taking some shots at them.
You think that's going to happen? I know he said that there's back and forth about whether he really wants to be there or not. It seems to, people behind the scenes are saying that he doesn't want to be there, but then he goes public and says, "Oh no, I love being here."
Yeah, exactly what he said when he was tweeting his way out of Minnesota.
So why do you think that? Just because he doesn't get along with Josh Allen? Doesn't like the offense? What do you think it is?
I think Josh, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think it's the offense. I think they didn't get another weapon to help him. I don't think they did enough for the offense to keep up with what the Jets are doing, what the Dolphins are doing.
So he just wants out because he doesn't think they're going to be able to cut it.
I don't think they are. I don't think they turned the corner. I think they peaked last year or the year before. Josh Allen is not. I mean, it's not sustainable for a quarterback to rush that much and take that much damage every year in and year out without missing time. Mm-hmm. And all he is one injury away. And without him, I mean, shit, their backup's Matt Barkley. That's not good. Their running game isn't. It's just not there yet.
Boy, for somebody who doesn't like the Bills, you sure know a lot about them.
I know a lot about the All NFL, my guy. This is you'll realize that when I'm sitting atop the standings, another Dumb Show.
Oh wow! Your running back's gonna break his knee. That's all there is to it. So anyway,
yeah, good. I'm gonna draft James Cook. Fuck the Bills.
All right. Well, all right. Go start get back in your draft research. We'll get back. I'm gonna get back with everybody in the Fantasy Football League tomorrow to make sure the date of next Tuesday is good for everybody. That way we can, because I think there were 2 or 3 people who had an issue with a couple of the other dates that I had suggested. So I think one guy was in a wedding, another guy had to work, another one has their kids. So I think we're going to try to just do that Tuesday one next Tuesday. So we'll go from there. Brad, I guess, apparently did do his buy-in. So I guess I haven't been checking my phone, but apparently Brad sent his buy-in over for for another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. So if you did, it's not showing it, but I'll go dig through it because Venmo's weird. But all right, guys, that is it for tonight. Mikey, I'm gonna let you go. Go do your fantasy football research and see if you can hang.
I'm watching this football right now, dude. This linebacker for the fucking Steelers is just on fire, dude. This Herbig kid.
Oh yeah, there's.
Oh my God, is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, that always happens. The Browns can't get a middle linebacker to save their life, and the Steelers just go through them like underwear. They I don't know what it is with their linebackers. Their scouting is so good for their linebackers.
I think it's just Tomlin. I think Tomlin's just that good.
Maybe. I don't know if it's just because he's putting them in the right position, or I don't know if he's coaching the linebackers or what. But their middle linebackers in particular, and their outside linebackers are always phenomenal. So, all right, we'll go watch football. I'll let you go. Love you, bro. Have a good one.
Love you too.
See ya. All right. I did see Scott78 with the superfan donation in there asking for a B1 update. I do believe that I will probably save that for the members only show. I think I'm going to aim to do a members only show tomorrow night. There is an update, so we'll get into that tomorrow night. So that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. If you've not already taken a moment to like tonight's video, please make sure you do that. Again, if you want to take part in the members only video, this obviously the main show from 7 to 9 is the main show. But I'd like to do a special show for members only after the show tomorrow. So if you're not already a member, now's the best time to join. That way you can get I'll give you guys a B1 update. And of course, the chat is always first and foremost when I do the league shows only that are just for the official league members. So if you're not already one of those and you don't want to miss out on the newest B1 update and all that good stuff, then now is the time to hit that join button and become an official member of the League of Dummies. I'd like to thank everybody for coming and hanging out and streaming with us tonight. If you guys are in the Discord, if you see Blue Wolverine, say get your ass back in the chat and get back to the show. Dumb was crabbed the other night, and there were extenuating circumstances that you were not aware of and that Dumb was not aware of regarding when he had started watching the show or not that night. So somebody in the Discord or whatever it's called, get a hold of Blue Wolverine and say, yo, Yam, get your ass back in here. Dumb apologized. We need you back, buddy. Miss you. So come on back, my dude. If you haven't hit the like button, take a second to hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe. That way you're able to talk in the chat. Guys, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. I thank everybody for streaming on the tube. I am out of... Oh, by the way, if you've been participating in some delis, lavender, all that good stuff, you guys know the rules. Do not go anywhere. Stay home. Be responsible. All that good stuff. We are out of here. See ya.